Hey there, Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, Capricorn Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moon Directed, where we work with energy to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. Today, we're going to take a look at February 22nd through the 28th, what is happening with all that energy and how can we best manage it. So we are going to start taking a look at the major overall energies of the week, and we have Mars in trine to Pluto. So that is the get it done. That project that you have been working on, that thing that you've been, putting off because it's time to face your fears. It's time to get the stuff going. If what the fear is your doubt of your ability to be successful. That is so interesting. That was weird the way that happened. No, that one too. Okay, I thought so. All right, so let's take a look. We end the week with a full moon, so we'll get to the energy of that. But your overall energy for the week coming through. Ooh, this does not belong. One of these things is not like the others. That last one that came out, I am actually tossing it back. It is an 8 of Swords, and you'll see why it doesn't make any sense with anything else that's going on. Otherwise, the main thing I'm going to do is I want to point out that if you are letting your fears hold you back, it is time to step out of that energy. I almost feel like it's the energy passing. If you've been stuck on something and it's time to let it go, let's focus on these cards that are about moving forward, because we have the Queen of Swords. So pull out your sword of truth here, cut the cord, set yourself free. And we have the Magician and the Two of Cups. And I feel like there's some kind of a creative project or perhaps a relationship. Full moon's happening in your 9th house of career, of higher learning and travel and connection to spirit. So that doesn't make, I feel like it's something else. Now, we start out with the moon in your house of partnership. I don't know, it feels like creative energy to me, this Two of Cups. But Two of Cups is soulmate energy, so let's just see what's going on here. Let's get into the cards. Let's just see what's happening. So if you've been in a situation where you have been letting fear hold you back, because we start off with that moon in Cancer, and the moon at that phase looks a lot like this, right? So, I mean, it's almost like the same thing. So if you're paralyzed by fear, it is time to set yourself free, to let those fears go, because all it's doing is what you focus on is what you're going to create. And so Capricorn, healthy boundaries, right? It's like the whole Saturn in Capricorn thing that's been going on for the last 3 years. It's an understanding that we need safe, healthy boundaries around ourselves in order to manifest what we want. And manifestation is definitely on order when we have the Magician here. Magician says you have everything you need. And there is this discerning process here, this energy of, when you have your ruling planet, Saturn, in Aquarius, that is really that energy of the Queen of Swords being activated and allowing you to really discern through the process and see what it is that you need. And I mean, Two of Cups. Two of Cups is always great. I don't care what you think that is, but it could be a partnership in business or a partnership in personal, but there's something here that manifesting and bringing in what you want, but there is a need to set yourself free from your worries and your concerns about it. So the moon in your 7th house, we start out with that moon in Cancer. That moon will be in a sextile, which is a very supportive energy with Uranus on Monday. And Uranus is in Taurus, and that is your house of creativity. That is your house of children, of fun and romance. And so there's a very supportive energy around making a change, right? Doing something different, creating something new. Uranus is that sudden lightning bolt of change and idea, thoughts coming to you, right? So that Queen of Swords could be discerning something and like, oh my gosh, this is what it is. And then Tuesday, you have the moon opposing Pluto up there in your sign of Capricorn at 11:54 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the moon does not change signs until Wednesday morning at 7:23. So that's almost 7.5 hours a void of course moon. For those in the Western Hemisphere, that is overnight hours of sleeping, so paying attention to your dreams. If you are in the Eastern Hemisphere, this could be an opportunity to spend some time in meditation. The 8 hours is a long stretch of time to really pull that information and that guidance down from the ethers and be able to implement it and use it to your benefit. Oh my gosh, this is my favorite card in the deck. I am just pure magic. That is the magician. I am just pure magic. What do you want to create? What do you want to manifest? This is when you focus on that. What you focus on right now is it's such fertile ground. So focusing on the positive, not the negative. Focusing on what you want to create and not on what you're afraid of. This is how you bring it to you. This is about willpower and focusing. Having the strength of being disciplined in your action, right? Consistent, disciplined action, that always is the cornerstone to helping Capricorn get what they need done, right? So really kind of focusing in on that. Now, this Mars trining Pluto happens on Wednesday, so they're kind of building that energy toward it, and it kind of hangs in the air, throughout the week. But that also could invite in power struggles, because the moon will now be in Leo, and Leo has a big ego, right? And that's self-confidence, and that can be a beneficial thing, but everybody's going to be feeling that energy. And so just paying attention to whether or not, can you step away from that, stay in your lane. I just heard, stay in your lane. Okay, stay in your lane, focus on what you're trying to create and what you're trying to manifest, and let everybody else just kind of go on their way. See? Yep. Okay, so we have power. This is you stepping into your own personal power, using that moon in Leo, that ego, but not in a combative way, but to step into your power of knowing you can manifest and you can create whatever it is that you choose to create. But you also have play. So this is some kind of a thing that brings a sense of contentment, of soul energy to you, of soul purpose, something that, wow, just, and balance. Oh, okay, thank you. I just heard balance. All right, yeah. No, so that full moon that is happening in Virgo is about finding that work-life balance, right? That health balance. That, are you working so hard that you forget to play? It is okay to manifest and know that you can do it, and you do. And know you can overcome the obstacles, because you can. You know these things, but do you know when to take your foot off the gas? And so between power and play, when do you push the accelerator, and when do you take your foot off? How do you manage that? When I drive, I rarely touch my brakes, because I like to avoid touching the brakes, because the more I avoid doing that, the less money it costs me in the long run, right? So I use the accelerator. Accelerate or I de-accelerate. I keep my speed, not by hitting the brakes. If I see people ahead of me, three cars ahead, slowing down because somebody's making a turn, I back way off so that I don't have to touch the brakes. If I'm coming up on a red light and I'm thinking, if I go slow enough, it might be green by the time I'm there. So it saves me fuel, but it also saves wear and tear on my brakes, right? And so this is kind of what I feel like you're doing here, is do I accelerate or do I not? How do I allow for fun and activity, and when do I need to push? When do I need to push forward and to manifest and create that way? On Thursday, Venus is going to move into Pisces. And when Venus moves into Pisces, she's really going to do some work in Pisces over the course of the next month, because Pisces is halfway between Taurus and Capricorn. And we've got Uranus in Taurus, we've got Pluto in Capricorn, and Neptune in Pisces. And so that's why when you're seeing these shifts and these changes about water going on, that is what is bringing that all into play. And honestly, the next 7 years or so is going to look a lot like that for a while. It really is. And until we get Saturn over there into when we get Saturn into Aries, and we get Pluto into Aquarius, and Uranus is into Gemini, and then we just have to worry about wildfires. But right now it's flooding, flooding and earthquakes. Welcome to the planetary action, right? So These are the things that you're kind of going to focus on in your life is what does Venus want to do when she's in Pluto? Well, Venus is about, sorry, I went off on a tangent there. Okay. So Venus in Pluto, in Pisces, Venus rules money and relationships. She knows what she wants and she's willing to do what it takes to get it, right? She's willing to work hard. Well, when she is in Pisces, it is about establishing what is the dream that can be manifested out of the ethers into reality. It is the energy of the magician. It is discerning what it is you want, going for it, and creating it and manifesting it. So this is some beautiful energy to be working with. So the sun is also going to be on Thursday in sextile. Well, you have a lot in sextile energy with Uranus, and so the vitality to take the action steps to make the changes is going to be coming up. As the moon moves into Virgo on Friday at 12:09 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, then we start getting into that energy moving toward that full moon. This is where we start looking at what do we need to organize. Venus will be opposing this moon, and she's going to highlight what do you need to release? What do you need to let go of? Where do you need to initiate the change that creates the space for this thing that you're trying to manifest? There is a need to create space for it. And I feel like it's almost like a need to create space for the playing, because I think it is the creative process that is being awakened, and the creativity comes through the action of downtime and playing and remembering that you are magic. So what do we have here? We have return to the sacred. So get in contact with your higher self. What do you think is your soul purpose? Have that conversation. Ask spirit, try to, oh gosh, you have to trust your intuition and spiritual quest. And the veils are parting. Okay, yeah. This energy in the 9th house, that is communication with spirit house for you. And you are being asked with the energy of this full moon to really touch base with your higher self and your spirit guide team to help you to figure out how to and what to pull down out of the ethers and manifest into your life. Make some space over the weekend, some downtime, so that you can spend the time with spirit. They want to talk to you. They want you to listen to what they have to say. So that thought, that information that comes forward to you, that thing that seemingly out of the blue, it's not, it's your intuition, and trusting your intuition, listening to spirit. The veils are going to be, that is the second time I've seen that show up on, so I have a feeling this is a full moon that is really going to allow for a lot of contact with spirit, because probably it's opposing what's going on over there in Pisces, which is the spiritual house. And it's happening in Pisces. So this, the moon is opposing it, but the sun is there, and it's like just the intuition, that's being the veil. All I'm seeing is like I see like a theater, kind of like a theater with the big old curtains, and they're pulling back, and all of a sudden you can see behind it everybody's scurrying around and trying to put together the sets and getting ready for the next act of the play. And so I feel like you can really tap into what is the next steps, what's the next thing I need to do, what should I be focusing on. We have Uranus, we have Saturn in Aquarius at the time of the full moon. It's going to be like poking at it, going, where's the structure? Like the building of the sets, right? And there's this healing energy around this that's going to be kind of turning up the volume a little bit on with Chiron in this uncomfortable, like, hey, don't forget I'm here energy over there in Aries. And so, but we have Jupiter and we have the ruling planet of Mercury in Pisces, in Aquarius, and they're working together, and they're kind of like, hey, how do you want to expand this? And then how can we allow the communication from spirit to help you to figure out what to do next? This is really exciting energy, Capricorn. Okay, so don't let the past hold you back. Be willing and able to make changes. It's time to take action. I think you're going to know what to do if you spend time with spirit over the course of this week. If you can't do it at the full moon on, Saturday, try to do it before then. But Saturday is a pretty good day for most people to find some time to really sit and And so we have nothing is set in stone yet. And look at all that wave action. That is that Neptunian action. Nothing is set in stone yet. What do you want to manifest? What do you want to create? You're going to have to take some action and create a structure, right? But believe in the impossible. Believe in the impossible. So finding a way to create that balance and to really bring things in. This is a very, what? Okay, promising, that's not the word, but I can't pull it all the way in. Auspicious new full moon opportunity for you leading up to a really great new moon that's coming. All right, just a little bit more advice, but oh my gosh, that looks so good. I'm really super excited about it. You know, so every time I open my eyes really wide like that, that seems to be I get offered several pictures that I can use for the thumbnail. I don't use them, but that one, for some reason, when I do that, they're always like, oh, click, and they take that one. It's just funny. So I'm just saying. All right, so ooh. All right, so you have okay, you have tomorrow brings the illumination of your hopes. This moon is going to shine a light on what it is that you want to do. Like, spend the time, let the veil apart, remember what you wanted, remember who you wanted to be is also on here. It is a great time to remember to return to the sacred. The sacred is when you came here, what was your game plan? What was it you wanted to create for yourself? And then you have the dahlia. You have what it takes. So snowdrop, poppy, and dahlia, if you want to know which flowers to work with, but you have what it takes. Remember what you wanted to be, and tomorrow brings the illumination of your hopes. That looks a lot like this Two of Cups energy. This is amazing. You guys have a great week. Be sure to check back with me next week. We'll cover some more. And if you have not seen the month ahead for February 18th through the March 19th, that's the Pisces season. Check that out. That looks really stellar. All right, you guys have a great week, and I will talk to you soon.